Hello everyone, in this video we'll talk about glossary and which is related to psychology. So here we start. Pro-environmental behavior, willingness and activities of human beings sorry to protect the environment are pro-environmental behavior. Projection, a defense mechanism, the process of unwittingly attributing one's own traits, attitudes, or subjective process to others. Projective techniques, the utilization of vague, ambiguous, unstructured stimulus, objects, or situations in order to elicit the individual's characteristics, modes of perceiving her, his, word, are of behaving in it. Pro-social behavior, behavior that does not go good to another person, is done without any pressure from outside and without any expectations of a reward or return. Prototype, a schema in the form of a category representing all the possible qualities of an object or a person. Proximity, the principles of Gestalt psychology that stimuli close together tend to be perceived as a group. Psychodynamic approach that strive for explanation of behavior in terms of motives or drives. Psychodynamic therapy, first suggested by Freud, therapy based on the premise that the primary source of abnormal behavior are unresolved past conflict and the possibility that unacceptable unconscious impulses with interconsciousness. Psychological test, an objective and standardized instruments for measuring an individual's mental and behavioral traits used by psychologists to help people make decisions about their lives and understand more about themselves. Psychoneuroimmunology. Psychoneuroimmunology, interactions among behavioral, neuroendocrine, and immunological processes of adaptation. Psychotherapy. Psychoneuroimmunology, interaction among behavioral, neuroendocrine, and immunological process of adaptation. Psychotherapy, the use of any psychological technique in the treatment of mental psychological disorder of maladjustment. Rational Emotive Therapy RET, a therapeutic system developed by Ellis. Albert Ellis, it seeks to replace irrational, problem provoking outlooks with more realistic ones. Rationalizes a defense mechanism that occurs when one attempts to explain failure or shortcomings by attributing them to more acceptable causes. Rationalization. Reaction formation, a defense mechanism in which a person denies a disapproved motives through giving strong expressions to its opposite. Recency effect, the stronger role of information that comes last. Regression, a defense mechanism that involves a return to behaviors characteristics of an earlier stage in life. The term is also used in statistics, in which, with the help of correlations, predictions is made. Rehabilitations, restoring an individual to normal or as satisfactory a state as possible following illness an illness, criminal episode, etc. Relaxation training, a procedure in which clients are taught to release all the tensions in their bodies. Repressions, a defense mechanism by which people push unacceptable, anxiety provoking thoughts and impulses into the unconscious to avoid confronting them directly. Resilience, the maintenance of positive adjustment under challenging life conditions. Resistance, in psychoanalysis attempts by the patient to block treatment. Roles, an important concept in social psychology which refers to the behavior expected of an individual in accordance with the position he/she holds in a particular society. Scapegoating, placing the blame on a group or for something that has gone wrong because the blamed group cannot defend itself. Schema, a mental structure that guides social and other cognition. Schizophrenia, a group of psychotic reactions characterized by the breakdown of integrated personality, functioning withdrawal from reality, emotional blunting and distortion, and disturbance in thought and behavior. Neurotransmitters, chemicals that carry messages across the synapse to the dendrites and sometimes the cell body of a receiver neurons. Noise, an unwanted sound, one that brings about a negative affective response. Normal probability curve, a symmetrical bell shaped frequency distribution. Most scores are found near the middle and fewer occur towards the extremes. Many psychological characteristics are distributed in this manner. Norms, standards of test performance that permit the comparison of one's person score on the test to the scores of others who have taken the same test. Obedience, conforming behavior in reactions to the commands of others. Observational method, a method in which researchers observe a phenomena that occurs naturally without being able to manipulate any of other factors. Obsessive compulsive disorder, a disorder characterized by obsessions or compulsion. Oedipus complex, the Freudian concept in which the young child develops an intense desire to replace the parents of the same sex and enjoy that affection to the opposite sex parents. Optimism, the tendency to seek out, remember, and expect pleasurable experience. Outgroup, any group of which an individual is not a member. Peace, it is the absence of hostility and an expression of harmony with fellow human beings and the environment. Performance test, a test in which the role of language is minimized, the task requiring overmotor responses other than verbal. Personal identity, awareness of oneself as a separate, distinct being. Personal space, the small area around an individual considered belonging to her/him, whose invasion is experienced as threatening or unpleasant. Persuability, the degree to which the people can be made to change their attitudes. Phallic stage, third of Freud's psychosexual stage at about age 5, when pleasure is focused on the genitals and both male and females experience the Oedipus complex. Phobia, a strong, persistent, and irrational fear of some specific object or situations that present little or no actual danger to a person. Physical environment, it is the nature that includes climate, air, water, temperature, flora, and fauna. Planning, in Das PASS model of intelligence, it involves goal setting, strategy selection, and monitoring of goal orientations. Positive health, it includes a healthy body, good interpersonal relationship, a sense of purpose in life, and resilience to stress, trauma, and change. Post traumatic stress disorder, patterns of symptoms involving anxiety reactions, tensions, nightmares, and depressions following a disaster such as an earthquake or a flood. Poverty is the economic deprivation. It is associated with low income, hunger, low cost, and class status. literacy, poor housing, overcrowding, lack of public amenities, mal and undernutrition, and increased susceptibility to disease. Poverty alleviation measures programs taken up to reduce poverty. Prejudice, a prejudgment, usually a negative attitude that is unverified and is often towards a group. Primacy effect, the stronger role of information that comes first. Primary group, group in which each other is personally known as to each other member and in which the members at least on occasion meet face to face. Problem solving behavior, the activity and mental processes involved in overcoming the obstacles, physical or conceptual, which lies between an animal and its goals. Thank you.